Been up to?
Just been working and stuff. What about you?
Same, I've been working as well. So I got my samples coming tomorrow.
Oh, that's so exciting.
And I'm the only one in the world with those colors.
Oh, that is amazing.
Because literally I picked all the colors exactly, but still matched to what I wanted.
That's amazing.
And like I finally get to see it tomorrow. What the hell is going on with you and your umbrella? Like, you're having trouble there, love.
Thanks so much for you. At least do the job that you're gonna do.
Is that Burberry?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have stuck to a £2 one. I would have done a better job.
So Khadija, she's so hilarious, and she's also a businesswoman, so she helps me out with the makeup, and she takes photos with me. We have such good banter.
I'm so excited, like, you know, I'm obsessed with nudes, and the fact that I got my nudes.
Yeah, you're obsessed with nudes, yeah.
So it's like, I'm only obsessed with your nudes. So like, it's like the perfect nudes I wanted. You know, like the right pink and like the right colors. Exactly what I wanted.
So I know 100% my product is going to be a top. But the business side of like the website, the packaging is something that I am not 100% on, and I need a team to help me do.
And then ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ready to launch. So when you get the samples, make sure you call me.
I will, I'm so excited. And you know what, this time next year we'll be multi-millionaires.
With dollar bills, yeah. And then we'll start doing the money walk.
Yo, you just take care of that. We'll be the...
On, 30 seconds off. Come on, boys, ready? Called Tal. Topic could be the first Sikh world champion. He was shadowboxing and told me that he's an amateur boxer. So why not take him under my own wing and help him? And Tal is now at that stage where is he going to turn professional or does he want to stay amateur? For a couple of days.
Killer, bro, my legs are feeling it then.
The main thing that we want to do for you is that, you know, we want to manage you in a way where then we get you the fights. When I saw you training that time, I saw you doing the shadow boxing. Your focus was boom right there.
Yeah, you was like, bro, you got a pro style.
Yeah. Experience and my.
That's what I mean. Whatever you're saying, you've been there at top level. You know, you fought the best there is. You know what I mean? For me, training with you now, it's like shit, I'm with the main man. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So to have you with me, it just gives me that like extra.
Nah,
boost,
we're one team, bros, and whatever you need, we're gonna be there for you. I just love managing. I love helping. You know, obviously, I know where I made my mistakes. I just want to make sure I do it right for the fighters. What we need to do, we need to set a plan. We just want to make sure the management side is sorted out, where then you know exactly what path you're going to take. Cool. At the same time, we'll speak to the big promoters out there. And obviously, our duty is to make sure that you're going to be fit and you're going to be strong, because I can't let anyone get in the ring when I know they're not fit. Our next move now will be wait for that license to come so you can start fighting. Yeah, man, you're in good hands, brother. We make sure we look after you.
When no one's around, I have to ask Amir to take my pictures, and like he just can't follow simple instructions on how to take a photo.
Look at that, the nice flowers.
It's disgusting.
It's nice.
My face is freaking blurred. Are you dumb? Look at that.
I mean, I've been doing this for so long. Your input
But I'm trying to make
is
it more
not needed.
creative. Make it more
Creative
nice,
by
like,
having a
No, it's colour. I didn't colour in the picture.
I didn't want the color in the
Understand that, but
picture. I just wanted a simple photo.
The picture you wanted was quite boring.
Stick to boxing.
I'm like, come on, Faryal, man, give me a break.
What?
Look at the flowers.
I just see clear flowers with a blurry face in the back.
When you're an influencer, you have certain times and days when you have to post, peak times when your followers are the most active. So that's what brands look at.
Can you just explain this one to me?
Why is it so blurry for?
I don't know, you tell me.
It's a camera, not me.
Just stand right here, look.
Why?
Don't zoom, you just zoom.
Man, I swear to God, I didn't zoom.
No, I got some going.
I swear I didn't zoom. Check the phone.
It's zoomed out.
How is that? I zoomed.
Look. That means it's zoomed to like.
I did nothing. That's a nice picture. Oh shit. I did a nice picture taken. I swear to God.
Amir, can you brush her hair, take her things off? Can you take her, fix her hair?
Ow, Daddy's doing it hardly.
Easy.
He's a boxer, that's why.
Family is very important to me. Look, everything I do in my career is for them. I want them to not live a spoiled life, but live a good life. I want my kids to realize that how hard you have to work to be the best.
Amir, you're supposed to take the bottom one off first.
Nice, it's so hard.
Stop playing with my hair.
I'll fix it.
Kids really change you. You know, you start thinking about your future, and you know, you feel like you need to make the right decisions for them. Our kids calmed Amir down a lot.
Yeah.
So we're
I was
so
a bit
grateful
wild.
for them.
Yeah. All this for me.
All of it is full of my
Because
stuff.
I'm a boxer, I have to be strong, I have to eat this, so I can be nice and
But
strong.
that's why you be fun when we eat noodles.
I'm definitely a strict mom. Amir's always
And a wife.
Tam, like how
What? I'm telling the truth. When I said to my daughter, it's bedtime, you have to turn the iPad off.
and you can see he's
And
trying really hard to have that serious face.
Yeah, and she's like, Dad, just go
Oh, Dad,
away.
it's your bedtime.
But Dad, it's your better, Dad, just go away. But when Lamai's mom says it to Lamai's like, okay, Mommy. What did you do in sport yesterday? Because the teacher said you were being a good sport.
No, I was being a good school at running.
When Daddy goes for his jog, you're gonna come jogging with me. Alright?
Okay, let's see how fast.
No, later.
After your food.
Spending time together through the pandemic has been a good thing. Oh, I thought I'd be sick and tired. I'd be quite bored of it, but to be honest with you, we got to spend quality time at home. We ate together, we read books to the kids together. So when I was younger, my diet wasn't really the best. I used to love chocolates and crisps, and I got really bad teeth.
Why did you eat too much candy?
Because I was a naughty boy, that's why. I am an outgoing person, love socializing with people, see my family. But, I do apologize, but we do regret it.
Lamaisa's gonna finish eating, and then she's gonna get ready for bed, and she's gonna brush her.
She's had her second chemo.
All right.
So the doctor said the first one, she went through a lot of problems. So they're going to reduce the chemo a little bit. Yeah, I see when I went over to her house, like she's really down and really upset. So my mom's been diagnosed with cancer in the pancreas area, and obviously it's a tough time. I've been there every night, spending time with them, try to give my support in any way I can. When they had their first appointment, when the chemo was happening, I went with my dad.
Yeah.
Just to give him a little bit of
Support.
It was good for me to go there because I wanted to see and speak to doctors and see how my mum was feeling and stuff like that. My mum hated me fighting. She was like, when are you going to retire? I remember when I had my first fight. So it wasn't too bad, but then as the fights got tougher and harder and she started seeing a bit of blood, that's when she started to worry and literally said to me, when I won my first world title, oh, you won a world title, now you should retire. Bruising or any cuts. Yeah.
How are you dealing with it? You do
Yeah, you have to
seem
stay strong. I mean, look, if you're going to be negative and be upset about it, then obviously my mum will kind of feel that, what I mean, that vibe.
Yeah.
And she'll be upset. I've been very positive, I've been very happy
So it's in
around her and
God's
stuff. Everything's
in
in God's hands, and at the end of the day, look, God's the best of planners, and we leave it in God's hands. Give hope and give strength to my mum, so we've been there by her side. A lot of people say, do you get your strength from your mum or your dad? And I say, I get it from my mum. She's got a good left hook. But my mum was a very strong woman, and hopefully she gets through this. Every moment is precious. We have to make sure every minute we spend with my mother now is very special to me.
Oh, sorry, that's not an L, that's a J. So, jungle.
Jungle.
Animals. Amir's way too tired to do the bedtime routine tonight, so I thought me and Lamaisa will have some girly time, and I'll read her a bedtime story.
Yeah.
Through the jungle, off we go. Come along and say hello. A wrinkly rhino's eating lunch, plenty of reeds for him to munch. Where's a rhino? Yeah, and where's the elephant? Yeah. Now bedtime, sweetie. Come on. You got to wake up early in the morning, all right? So go to sleep. Dream about the rhinos and the elephants that look like Daddy.
Yeah.
All right, good night, Lamaisa.
Good night.
Give me a kiss on the whippies.
Mwah.
It's made me mentally strong. You give that inner strength.
Faith is everything, being closer to God. you know, makes our worries go away. So times like this, I think faith really kicks in. Finally, I get my makeup and I open this package and it's like me in makeup. So it's like my formula, my colors, everything that I visioned in my hands.
All right, let me try this.
Yeah, give us some swatches.
Ooh, really nice and creamy and really pigmented.
Oh, right, this. What are they called? Nibs.
Nips.
Oh, no.
It's a nib.
Okay, that's a nib and you're a knob.
You bitch. Khadija, this is business talk. Okay, so these are the liquid lipsticks. I've chose the colors. I've told her, look, I've picked different sorts of brands and I said, look, I like the color of this brand, but I like the consistency of this. I like the pigment of this. I like how this doesn't dry out. So she's actually taken all the notes, samples, and made it into like my perfect swatch, you know?
Since I was little, I loved makeup. I loved doing makeup. I loved putting on makeup. So it's like a dream come true to have my own makeup range.
The pencil eye. You know, our grandmas and mothers would have those dark, big eyes. I'm sure when we were born, my grandma shoved it in my eye as well. Made me
Newborn.
emo. These are the important things we need. You need to look beautiful at all times, even when you're miserable.
So if someone's made you upset, still look beautiful. If you're gonna die, still look beautiful.
All right, babe, that's not the angle we want to take. We don't want anyone dying, okay?
It's eyeliner, not eyeliner.
The next step, we gotta get down to business. Getting the packaging ready, the website on live, and you know what? That's when it all comes together.
What I have to do is tell you what packaging I like, then get you to kind of sit with the design team, put the thoughts together, come out with something of our own, our logo, and then the website, and then think of the tutorial we want to do, like show my underbags, how disgusting I look when it's not covered, and then show, voila, no bags. So like we need to, yeah, and then we need to do a nice video shoot, get some sexy, cool, hot pics out.
Then bam.
Bro. So Tal, congratulations, bro. You've got your professional boxing license.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I've been ringing you all the time, haven't I? Saying, AK, is this license ready?
Oh my God, bro. I swear to God, like, when I saw it come through the post, I was like, oh, thank God, because Tal's always saying, Amir, where's my license? No, this is where your journey starts now. Now, this is the time where you go to different promoters. You know, who's going to be a perfect fit to you, and then you go with them.
Yeah, I'm excited because I've seen these guys growing up on TV, you know what I mean? And to be finally talking to them, thinking they're going to be promoting me, it's like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're going to be part of the team now, bro.
Like, I'm so happy I've got you on board, like, and backing me and actually guiding me. It's crazy.
Big time, big things coming. These next couple of months are going to be big for us. And bro, just want to say congratulations, bro. You got your license, and let's start this professional career together.
Let's go for it, man.
Respect, bro. Take it easy, bro. I'll see you later, yeah? Take care of yourself. See you soon.
In a bit, bro.
Thanks, pal. Bye.
For him.
Exactly. See, I always wanted a boy. If I had another girl, then I would have tried for another boy. But because I've got the boy, I said the boy's going to be the stop. So now we have to stop.
Wow.
Wow, it's nice, isn't it?
That's amazing. Take it out.
That's Xavier's present.
Oh my God, beautiful. Isn't that the new one?
Well, I don't know if it's new or not.
I'm sure it's quite new, right?
She had chocolate face Daytona, which is rose gold.
Beautiful.
Looks beautiful. At the same time, I thought, if we was going to do a birthday party,
It would cost the same amount.
it's going to cost us more.
By the time he gets older, it'll be triple the price.
Exactly. I think for his first birthday, I think he should have something that he's going to keep and appreciate as well. So I think this Rolex will be something that will be very sentimental to him for his first birthday.
He can have the same daddy's he can have a similar collection to his dad.
Start building his watch collection up now. Oh, I might wear it. You kill me if I design it. Nah, you know what? I don't want to wear it. I don't want to touch this watch. I just want to leave it for
put
him.
it away before you
Get any ideas?
Yeah.
But look, I think it's probably better to have this because people might think it's stupid, but it's not because
It's an investment,
it's
yeah.
an investment.
It'll go up in price.
When
He can
he's
sell it.
18, he can do what he wants with it. If he wants to sell it, if he wants to keep it, if he wants to invest it, whatever he wants to do.
Give it to his
that's up him.
girlfriend.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
Little player.
Happy birthday to JB.
Happy birthday, dear Zaby.
Happy birthday to you. 1, 2, 3.
Liz, coming for you. He's gonna get you. I think it's very important to have time with your loved ones. But when we do get it, it's amazing. It makes you realize how important family is.
Sadie! Is that your new car? Sadie! Are you gonna go pick up your girlfriend?
Welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Real with me, Ashif.Ashik, here with Meet the Khans, episode 7. So jumping straight into it, this episode starts off with Faryal and her friend / businesswoman Khadija walking through Queen's Park on a windy, slightly drizzling morning or afternoon in Queen's Park, and they're talking about the business and the makeup brand, etc. In retrospect, Faryal's had her makeup brand for a while, but I think this now's another chance to restyle, reform, renew, reinvent, and all those other things with rewind, bow selector. But anyway, no, enough of that. Yeah, just chatting with Khadija about her samples and stuff, which I'll come back to later, because if I was editing this episode, I would edit it a slightly different way, because as you carry on watching later on, you actually see Faryal FaceTime Khadija, and she's talking about the samples that she's received, whereas like from the beginning of this episode, they're having a conversation as if she's already received them. So in hindsight, as good as a shot this is, like cosmetically looking at it, you've got the park, you've got nature, you've got a bit of comic relief with the issues with the umbrella, possibly would have filmed it a little bit the other way around. Anyway, it's back to Amir and back to Gloves Gym, where Amir's doing a strength and conditioning session with some people in the gym. A quick glance and you'll miss it. That was Amir Khan in the gym as well. No discussion with him, no promo or no say so of him, but the highlight, the profile is on Amir mentoring an up and coming boxer who he hopes will potentially be the first Sikh world champion. There's Haroon again in the background, and then this is just Amir talking to him, giving a little bit of advice, tidbits, etc. Because let's be real, keeping it real on the real show and all that kind of stuff. But once Amir stops boxing and stops fighting, etc., he's still going to be part of boxing somehow. I mean, he's got all the stuff going on with the WBC Middle East, but being here in Britain for fighters, pro fighters, and mentoring them and managing them, it'd be good if he did the promotion side as well, but it is a lot of work. And boxing is a topic that I will talk about in another episode, in a separate episode, because in a nutshell, people think it have a mentality, or people think it's straightforward, or people have a certain perception of, okay, well, I'm an amateur, I'm going to turn pro, I'm going to smash it within 2 years, I'm going to be a world champion, I'm going to be a millionaire. And it's not quite as straightforward as that. So Amir wants to guide this young up and coming fighter, and hopefully it'll be the start of something special. Again, a lot of breakaways in this episode. Next part, it goes over to Amir and Faryal in the house, or should I say Amir the photographer. A little bit of fun, a little bit of showing what happens behind the scenes. Faryal's trying to get the perfect picture for her Instagram and her social media, and Amir's kind of trying to do it his own way. She tries to have it her own way, and then it's like, how do we meet in the middle? But it's a bit of fun, and it shows the other side of them. I mean, Amir's just what you see in this episode of the way Amir is, that is pretty much what he's like in real life. So you are getting the real deal, and they are keeping it real. And at the end of the day, Faryal is a social media influencer, and she's got to stay busy, and she's got to have the right images, and they've got to look a certain way. Maybe she's promoting hair care, skin care, makeup, clothing, shoes, jewelry, a product, a promotion. It could be anything. But I think just like anybody, we want to look our best in our pictures, etc. So this is just a bit of fun with Amir and Faryal at home, and then it's some daddy-daughter time with, you know, Faryal preparing a small light meal for Lamaisa. Almost forgot her name then. Tut, naughty, and you call yourself Amir's friend. Hey, listen, you know, the amount of work I got on at the moment, my head's all over the place, you know what I mean? Anyway, back to the episode, you know, bit of daddy-daughter time in the kitchen, chatting to Lamaisa. You know, as you can see, she is, you know, a pretty well-behaved child, and, you know, she does crack on with it, she does listen, she does have a go. She's just, you know, a really good young person, you know, and hopefully she'll grow up to be an even better person in her adult life. And, you know, Amir and Faryal are both talking about, you know, they don't want their kids to grow up spoiled and have everything on the plate. You know, they need to understand that, you know, good things come from hard work, you know, and doing a little bit of hard work every day can amount to, you know, big things. But, you know, you got to be willing to put the work in, whether that's at school, whether that's at home, whether that's in the gym, whether that's in boxing. And I think that's true to life. At the end of the day, if you want to be successful in whatever you're doing, you need to be willing to go for it, push forward, sometimes burn the candle at both ends. You know, at times you might do something that you don't really like and don't really want to do, but then the outcome, you know, at the end of the day, and Amir is a real life example of that. You know, at the end of the day, he gave up a lot of his, you know, childhood, teenage years and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, now when he kicks back and he spends money on himself or his children, which you'll see later on in the episode, I mean, I don't blame him. Kudos to him. At the end of the day, he's earned his money through blood, sweat and tears. And, you know, he can spend that hard-earned money on himself and his children. You know, at the end of the day, Amir's a cool guy, and, you know, what you see is what you get. But, you know, he spends as much time as he can with the kids, and he has fun with them. You know, he doesn't always do bedtime. You know, sometimes he might be out and about, but it's nice to see, you know, what Amir and Faryal mummy and daddy role look like. And, you know, we get a glimpse of that with Lamaisa and her routine, you know, like coming home from school, talking about school, talking to mom, talking to dad, having a bit of banter and just having a catch up, you know. But, you know, switching the mood for the episode, you know, as you know, you might have seen it on social media. Unfortunately, Amir's mum, Falak, bless her, you know, she was diagnosed with a type of pancreatic cancer, and she's gone through a couple of rounds of chemo. And you know, he's just talking about, you know, how it's difficult to deal with. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think anybody wants to see any of their loved ones, close ones, friends or family go through cancer. But unfortunately, you know, it could be due to anything, and sometimes, you know, bad things do happen, and, you know, it's how you deal with it. But, you know, he just explains how, you know, he's trying to be there as much as he can, and how he's visited his mom, and, you know, went to the hospital and give his support and just be there. Because at the end of the day, you know, he's got to be strong. If he's not strong, then, you know, she might feel it even more. At the end of the day, his mum's been there from day one, you know, from the amateur days and all the way through the pro fights, you know, and she's seen, you know, her son make it to the top. And you know, she's a great woman, and, you know, we wish her all the best. And, you know, God willing, with all the positive vibes, the prayers and well wishes, you know, she gets back on the road to recovery, and, you know, hopefully, you know, leads a normal, healthy life. But, you know, this is a nice, genuine, gentle moment where, you know, they're just discussing about family, mom, parents being there. And, you know, you see a very natural Amir, a very natural Faryal. And, you know, Amir talks about fun stories, you know, like how his mum, like any mum, you know, didn't want him to be a boxer. If I'm not wrong, she wanted him to be a doctor, you know, the typical thing. And talks about how, you know, eventually when he won the first world title, that, you know, she thought he'd call it a day. But, you know, boxers will be boxers, and, you know, they always feel they've got one more fight left in them. And I hope we will see that with Amir. Who knows who will be fighting? Will it be Calbrook? Will it be somebody else? It's then bedtime with Faryal and Lamaisa. Just thinking back to Amir and his mum, you know, fun times at the old house, Tudor Avenue. I can remember being once there at the house, and we were going to go to the gym, And I think it was a sparring day for Amir, and like his mum was like, you know, you need to eat something before you go to the gym. And I kid you not, me and Amir had a 2-liter bottle of Coke and about 12 kebabs with ketchup. That was our pre-workout meal. Bear in mind that was a very long time ago, but nonetheless, a little bit of a fun fact that just came to me, so I just thought I'd share that with you. Hashtag no lie. I'm not like one of these people that say they know him and they're the best friends with him and they know him, they grew up with him, and then reckle, and it's just a big blag. Moving back, the episode does pick up pace a little bit, and it's back to, you know, Amir and Faryal and talking about their faith. And there's a little clip on Faryal talking about how faith is important to her, what it means to her, and it shows a clip of her praying. Again, you know, I'm sure all the YouTube warriors and social media experts and critics and all that will have something to say about this, but at the end of the day, faith is something that's very special to the individual. And you know, what did they say? Those who have not sinned shall cast the first stone. So you know what, she shared that information about, you know, how important faith is to her. And you know what, it is a big part of Amir and Faryal's life, and that was just a nice little tidbit showing you them in a different light. Moving swiftly on, it's back to Faryal and Khadija having some banter and going through the makeup samples, which she said she already had at the beginning of the episode, but obviously you can see in this part of the episode that she's unboxing them now. Hence, you know, continuity, editing, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, for me, I can see why this clip came later on, because if it opened with this, it's not as visually impressive and different compared to the Queen's Park walking, the weather, the nature, the clothes. You know, she had a funky coat on, and I'm sure people will be quick to criticize the coat that she had on at the beginning of the episode. But you know what, you can pull it off, why not? Even in my time, I've had a few funky jackets and coats with big collars, furry collars, all that kind of stuff, a bit 80s. But you know what, this is Faryal. She's looking at reinventing the brand, new colors, the nudes, the pastels, the lip gloss, the lip liner, the eyeliner, the kajal, as she says. You know, she wants to bring a bit of that original culture back as well, and you know, a little bit of fun and bants with her, you know, business partner slash friend. So I thought that was nice as well. And then moving on towards the final part of the episode, you know, it's all about Amir's son Xavier, or Xavi as they call him for short. Again, this episode, you know, it felt very short, especially with all the cutaways. You know, it essentially feels like a 10-15 minute episode, if that. But again, it's easy viewing, and it's just enough that you're interested, or it's a bit of cringe slash you can't wait for the next episode. Before it moves on to Xavier's birthday, obviously Amir is congratulating the boxer that is mentoring for having the professional license come through, and Amir is excited just as much as this young and up and coming fighter to be managing him and see him become potentially the first Sikh world champion. I mean, I think the guy's going to be fighting at like 49 kg. Will he stay at that weight? Will he move up? Obviously time will tell, but you know, this just shows the other side of the boxing, where Amir's looking after other fighters. I mean, it'd be fantastic and even better if EBI, you see what I've done there, just like in school, it'd be fantastic if he could mentor you know, a young up and coming fighter from his own hometown, which there are a couple, and get them to world championship level. But you know what, there's only so much someone can do, and at the end of the day, he needs to do what's good for him and what's best for birthday. Swiftly moving on, it is all about Amir's son's birthday, and he talks about how he always wanted a son, and he, you know, he's had 2 girls, now he's had a boy, so he's gonna, you know, call it a day with kids, but never say never. And the present he's bought for his son's birthday is a Rolex. Again, some people are going to be quick to criticize, but as Amir points out, you know, it's an investment. His kid can do what he wants with it. He can save it, he can, when he's 18, he can sell it, he can invest it, he can do whatever he wants with it. And obviously, if you're into watches, and especially if you're into Rolexes, you know, the value of them is going to go up. And at the end of the day, like he said, you know what, the amount he spent on that watch is probably the amount he'd spend on a birthday party, like he has done with, you know, the other children. So, you know, I think it's potentially a good investment. At the end of the day, if he was just a regular parent, you know, regular working class family, you know, it's comparable to, you know, opening a savings account for your kid and putting some money in there. It's just that he's able to do it on a bigger level because obviously he's got the funds for it. He can afford it. And, you know, he's thinking about his children's future because, like he said in previous episodes, he's not going to be fighting forever. I'd say he's got up to 3 fights left in him, but you know what? It might be closer to just 1 fight. The episode ends with Amir, Faryal, and the children celebrating his son's birthday at home. On a quick side note, Amir does mention in the episode that, you know, he has found lockdown really difficult, and, you know, because he's an outgoing guy, sometimes he has kind of gone out a little bit, or he's, you know, been in an environment where there's been a couple of people, and he does apologize for that. He does feel bad for that. So I think, you know, it's nice that he's mentioned it and he's apologized for it. And that essentially was episode 7. I think it was a good, detailed episode. It was edited well, you know, and you've got a mixture of emotions in there. Episode 7, a really good episode, you know, really positive, showing them in you know, a different light, showing them what they're getting up to business wise, individually, as a couple. You know, you've got Amir on the mentoring, managing side with the boxing. You've got Faryal with the makeup brand, with the makeup, moving forward as a businesswoman, what she gets up to social media wise. You know, unfortunately, the devastating news that Amir's mother has been undergoing treatment for pancreatic cancer. And then some mummy daddy time at home with La Mesa, and then celebrating Amir's son's birthday. And, you know, again, it's giving them a platform to, you know, share like their side of the story. Like, not that they have to explain themselves to anybody, but with the amount of social media hate that they receive, and, you know, people misconstruing things and misunderstandings, this episode has just given Amir and Faryal a really good platform on the insights of their life, what happens, the ups, the downs. And, you know, essentially they are real people and they have real problems just like everybody else. And, you know, sometimes it might seem like they've got thick skin and they roll with it, but, you know, Faryal highlighted that, you know, all this social media hate, it can have a toll, whether it's mental health, whether it's emotional. And I think overall it was a really good episode. I feel like it's possibly one of the best episodes so far. You know, I've still got episode 8 to watch, the final episode. And, you know, I've said, you know, lots of times, just like Amir used to do back in the day. But for now, that's all, folks. See you next time on another episode of Keeping It Real.